Before the literature majors start their whining, I'd like to quickly say that Heart of Darkness, the upcoming adventure from Virgin Interactive and Amazing Studio, has nothing to do with Joseph Conrad, Nicholas Roeg, Martin Sheen, Francis Ford Coppola, John Malkovich, Marlon Brando, or anyone named Kurtz. On the other hand, it has everything to do with an engaging and disturbing storyline, not to mention a level of graphic sophistication that will knock the socks off even the most jaded gamer. Meet Andy and his dog, Whiskey. They had been leading a fairly normal life of running, playing, fetching sticks, kid and dog type stuff. Then one night, Whiskey disappears, leaving Andy to face his fears of the dark alone. Fears that might be better founded than you would think. In order to get his beloved friend back, Andy will have to explore a new and frightening territory populated by bizarre creatures and ruled by a dark overlord. Can such a place really exist? Or is Andy the victim of an overactive imagination? Slowly but surely, you will have to admit the former. The term interactive movie will ring in your head over and over as you look at this place, but no computer game has ever concocted a mix of influences like this. The character design, the landscape, the breakneck pace, and the astoundingly fluid motion are a funky fusion between Disney, the more bizarre Jim Henson creations, and adventure films like Raiders of the Lost Ark. One of the most striking things about the visual design is the contrast in styles. Most of the characters have an almost puppet-like appearance, and yet they exist in a very realistic environment. The characters also have the surreal gloss that can only come from 3D computer rendering. This contradiction holds true for friend and foe. While much of the gameplay takes place in the familiar side-scrolling style, a great deal of care has been taken to blend the play with the spectacular cinematics. Ideally, the player will be swept away in the storyline and not want to return to reality. Although this is the first product from Amazing Studio, the design team is not unknown to the industry. Studio head Eric Chahi was the creator of the innovative, award-winning Out of This World, and project leader Frederick Savoir was responsible for the legendary Flashback. Big-budget games are becoming more common, but Heart of Darkness's million-pound budget is still huge for the industry. There is no doubt that the money has been put to good use. From this layout, you can see that the character of Andy uses a staggering 1,400 frames of animation, and that's just in one direction. Character design has also been much like that of a full-length animated film. That level of attention to detail also extends to the sets. Here is a series of production pictures from the initial sketches, to the initial rendering, to the final product, and finally, with Andy roaming among the bones. Multiply this amount of work by all the locations involved, and you'll soon understand why this has been a 3-year project. Even the musical soundtrack goes well beyond current game standards. The music was composed by Bruce Broughton, known for such films as Miracle on 34th Street and Tombstone. The Heart of Darkness score is actually performed by a full orchestra. Heart of Darkness promises to combine all of the visual magic that computers can muster with one of the oldest storytelling themes, innocence and experience. This is not a game for children, but rather for adults who wish to recapture the magic of their childhood. Look for this startling product to hit the shelves this October.